Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today, we're diving into a really intriguing idea. What if everything you've ever wanted, love, clarity, abundance, is actually already waiting for you
Right.
right now in like an energetic dimension?
It's a pretty big shift in how we usually think, isn't it?
Yeah,
We're focusing today on the vortex. This is a key concept from Abraham Hicks, who's, well, a major voice in manifestation and energetic alignment circles.
right. And for this deep dive, we're drawing heavily from this really great article by Hector Jesus Arancibia. It's called How to Get into the Vortex, 6 Real-Life Practices That Work. What I liked is that it gives actual steps,
Yeah.
not just theory.
Exactly. So our mission today is really twofold. First, unpack what this vortex thing actually is, and then more importantly, explore these 6 specific real-life practices. The goal is to help you tap into that vibrational state. It's really about understanding how to release resistance,
Okay, resistance meaning.
meaning any thought or feeling that's blocking you, basically. And the flip side is allowing alignment. Alignment is just being in sync with your desires, with your true self.
Gotcha. So it's less about struggling and more about your inner state. Because, as the source says, you can't have a happy ending to an unhappy journey. Makes sense.
Precisely. You can't fight your way to joy.
So let's dig in. This vortex.
Yeah.
If it's not a physical place, like on a map, what is it?
Yeah, that's the fundamental thing to grasp first. The article is clear. It's not a location, it's a vibrational state. Think of it as the energetic space where everything you've ever asked for, love, money, ideas, joy, all of it, it's already gathered. It's just waiting for you to line up with it vibrationally.
Like a vibrational escrow. I like that
Mhm.
phrase in the article.
Yeah. Or the energetic dimension of your desires. It's like your wish list is already fulfilled and just held safely for you, waiting for you to tune in.
And it's not something you get later. The article stresses its joy now. It's the frequency of already having it, already being connected to source.
Exactly. And source, just for clarity, in this context, means that universal non-physical energy, the wellspring of well-being and creation itself.
Right.
And these 6 practices we're going into, they're all tools designed to help you raise your own vibration, clear out the emotional static, and really access the vortex, not just understand it intellectually, but feel it as an embodied state.
Okay, feeling it now. That internal shift. Let's get into the practices then. Number 1 is the appreciation rampage. Sounds energetic.
It definitely is. The idea is super simple at its core. Start right where you are right now and just begin appreciating anything and everything you can. It's meant to go deeper than just saying thanks. It's about deliberately building up positive emotional momentum.
Why rampage, though, not just like gratitude? The source makes a distinction, saying appreciation is the vibration of alignment and stronger because it focuses only on what's good without comparing it to something bad.
Yeah.
How does that play out?
It's a subtle difference, but I think it matters. Gratitude often comes after something good happens, or maybe when you contrast your situation with a worse one. Appreciation here is more like an active, sustained choice to find things to feel good about, no matter what.
Okay, so how do you do it?
You just set a timer, maybe 2 to 5 minutes, and then start listing things out loud or in your head, simple stuff. I love how warm this mug feels. I really appreciate that my body got me here today. I love watching the sunlight. The key is to let it snowball. Don't overthink it. Just follow the feeling. Let the energy build through what feels emotionally true for you.
Wow, focusing on the energy buildup itself. So when Abraham Hicks says appreciation is the purest vibration, it's not just about feeling nice, it's about actually tuning your frequency, like becoming a match for what you want instead of asking for it. That changes things.
It really does. It flips the whole dynamic. And speaking of shifting your internal state, the next practice is a classic: meditation, specifically 15 minutes a day. The article calls it the back door to the vortex.
A back door.
Because it's about releasing, not doing. When you quiet your mind even a little, you naturally lower that resistance we talked about. And when resistance drops, your natural state of alignment can just return.
And the method is simple. Sit comfortably, breathe, maybe focus on a sound like ah, or just your breath, and let thoughts drift by. Easier said than done sometimes, letting thoughts go.
Well, yeah, and that's the important nuance. The goal isn't zero thoughts, like some perfect mental silence. That's often why people get discouraged. It's more about allowing the noise to fade, just gently, so your own true frequency, your core vibration, can come through more clearly.
So you're not fighting the thoughts, just observing them, creating space.
Exactly. You're not doing meditation to achieve something. You're undoing the mental clutter to reveal what's already there.
That's a much gentler approach. And the power, as Abraham Hicks puts it, is that meditation is the process of quieting your mind so you can hear the call of source. Basically, your natural state is the vortex once you clear away the static, like letting the sun shine through the clouds.
Perfectly put. That idea of allowing is so central. But okay, what if you want to be a bit more, active in shaping things beyond appreciation and quiet time? Does the Vortex offer tools for that kind of conscious creation?
Ah, that leads right into practice number 3, scripting your future self. The article calls this conscious creation with emotional ink. Sounds cool.
It really is. It involves writing about your desired life, but here's the twist. You write it from the end state, as if you're already living it.
Okay, so not wishing, but describing it as real.
Yes. The whole point is to feel the frequency of having it now, to really immerse yourself in that reality.
How would you actually do that?
You take a page or two, start with something like, I am so happy and grateful now that, and then just describe your day, your life, your feelings. The article gives a great example. I'm waking up in my sun-filled home by the ocean. My mornings are slow. I feel deeply fulfilled. Money flows in daily. I laugh often. You get the idea.
Yeah, bringing in all the senses.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Emotion, color, sensation. The source calls it subconscious programming in disguise.
Okay, that's interesting. Because Abraham Hicks says, act as if what you want is already yours. Make it real in your vibration. And the article explains the mechanism. Your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between a real experience and a vividly imagined one, especially the emotion.
Right.
So practicing this consistently actually helps tune your reticular activating system, that brain filter.
Exactly. That part of your brain starts noticing things in your reality that match the vibration you're cultivating through scripting. It literally starts filtering your world differently. It's powerful stuff.
Wow. Okay, so we've covered appreciation, meditation, scripting. What's practice number 4?
This one tackles a really common hurdle. It's called reach for the next best feeling. We often try to jump from feeling, say, really scared or down straight to feeling ecstatic bliss. And that huge leap, it often leads to spiritual burnout, as the article calls it.
Right, it feels impossible sometimes.
Totally. So the key here is incremental progress.
Yeah.
Just reach for a feeling that's slightly better than where you are right now, one small step at a time.
This makes me think of the emotional guidance scale the source mentions. You know, that ladder of emotions from joy, love, down to fear, powerlessness.
Exactly. Think of it like climbing that ladder. If you're way down at fear, trying to leap to joy is just too much. But maybe you can reach for anger. Anger actually has more energy than powerlessness. Or maybe from boredom, you can reach for contentment.
So each small step up builds emotional velocity, moving you closer to the vortex.
Precisely. And the core principle, again, from Abraham Hicks is crystal clear. You cannot be in the vortex and feel bad. And you cannot feel good and be outside the vortex. Your feelings are your direct indicator of alignment. Period.
So, practically, when you're feeling low, you just ask yourself, what?
Simple questions, really. Like, okay, what thought feels just a little better than this one? Or, is there any relief I can find right now? Even, what tiny thing could I do to feel just a fraction lighter? It's about finding relief, not forcing happiness. The article calls it emotional alchemy. Gentle shifts.
Gentle shifts. I like that. Okay, so we manage our emotions step by step, but what about those big desires we have? That leads us to practice 5, right? Let go of the outcome. This sounds like a paradox.
It really is one of the trickiest, but maybe most crucial parts. The idea is the more desperately you cling to wanting something, the more you're actually focused on the lack of it. Your vibration is, I don't have this, which pushes it away.
So letting go isn't giving up on the desire.
Not at all. It's releasing the obsession, the neediness, the attachment to how and when it has to happen. That release allows joy to come back in, which puts you back in alignment.
And the source says the vortex is not about fixing what is broken. It's about aligning with what is whole. So clinging to broken or lacking keeps you out.
Exactly. Desperation repels, joy attracts. It's that simple vibrationally. When you let go of the how and when, you create space for the universe or source or whatever you call it to work its magic.
So how do you practice letting go?
A good question to ask yourself is, what would I be doing today if I already had this thing I want? Then go do that. Focus on feeling good now, enjoying your life, trusting the timing. When you're genuinely feeling good, you are in the vortex. Your happy state is the proof of alignment, not necessarily the external things showing up yet.
It shifts the focus from getting to being.
Precisely.
Okay, that brings us to the final practice, number 6. Move toward joy daily.
Yes, and this isn't just a nice to have. The article positions joy as your actual GPS of the vortex. It guides you. Even tiny actions that genuinely spark joy build that positive momentum towards alignment.
Because, quoting Abraham Hicks again, the universe doesn't hear what you say. It responds to how you feel. So you got to cultivate the feeling.
Absolutely. It's about actively seeking out and engaging in things that feel good, however small.
So what kind of things are we talking about? The article gives some fun examples.
Yeah, really simple, playful stuff. Dance in your living room, watch a sunrise, laugh with a friend, make some art, eat something delicious and beautiful. Anything that genuinely lights you up.
The big takeaway here seems to be joy is not the reward, it's the way in.
That sums it up perfectly. Joy isn't the destination you arrive at after you get into the vortex. It's the path to the vortex.
Okay, so putting it all together, getting into the vortex isn't like flipping a switch,
Oh,
right? It's more ongoing.
definitely. The source calls it a daily dance, a constant interplay between your awareness, your emotions, and your willingness to allow alignment. It's about consciously tending to your inner state.
And those 6 practices are like different keys, different entry access codes, as the article puts it.
Yeah, that's a great way to summarize it. Appreciation rampage. That boosts your frequency through presence. Meditation quiets the resistance so you can hear your inner guidance. Or source, scripting, helps you embody the feeling of your desired future now. Next best feeling offers that gradual climb up the emotional scale. Letting go breaks that cycle of wanting something so bad you push it away. Joyful action keeps your vibration tuned high and guides you naturally.
Makes sense? And the article mentioned a glossary, too, for terms like vortex, subconscious mind, emotional guidance system,
Mhm.
for anyone wanting to go even deeper.
Right. Those are foundational concepts worth exploring further if this resonates.
We've covered a lot of ground here. It's definitely a different way of looking at achieving goals and finding happiness.
Yeah,
Less hustle, more alignment.
exactly. And maybe a final thought to leave everyone with. Mull this over. What if this whole journey isn't really about chasing a feeling or striving to get into some special state called the vortex? What if it's simply about remembering who you inherently are? That frequency of clarity, abundance, love? It's already you. The vortex, you could say, is you. It's who you are when you stop trying so hard to become something else and just allow yourself to be.
Wow. That flips it again. It's not out there, it's in here.
Pretty much.
And that ties back to that powerful quote. You are the creator of your own reality, and life is supposed to feel good to you. So maybe the invitation is just to reflect. Which of these practices felt like a yes for you? How could you start weaving even just one of them into your life?
A great place to start.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. Lots to think about.